I'm here at a new track for me, a new TeamSport circuit. The track itself isn't actually new, but for me, it's a first. I just happened to be in the area today. I thought I'd come and try a different track to get used to these electric karts some more ahead of the TeamSport local and hopefully regional finals. So let's go see what this one's all about. Now, as you can see, this is one of the TeamSport circuits that's had this recent refresh, where the karts are now electric and the restaurant and spectator areas have had a complete overhaul, which meant it wasn't until I actually saw the circuit that I was completely sure I'd never been here before. So what I've learned so far is there are at least a couple of levels. It's quite big, but I really don't know anything about this track whatsoever. I've definitely never been here before. I wasn't sure until I walked through the door, and I don't recognise anything. So here we go, all the electric karts lined up down here. So it looks like it is 2 levels, but a reasonably big 2-level track. So it's going to be the same kind of electric karts that you will have heard me moaning a little bit about when we were at Warrington and High Wycombe. Why does it keep cutting out? Well, let's see what they're like here. See if they've got that same annoying throttle cut, or whether here it doesn't randomly cut the throttle when you're not touching the brake. Fingers crossed. Very helpfully, I found a track map, so hopefully that gives us some idea where we're going. And yeah, it is 2 levels. Right, let's go get changed and maybe have a drink and chill out before we start. Now, we haven't tried using the Mokadamo Kart Buddy at a TeamSport track yet, and I'm not sure if they're going to let me, but I've got it with me anyway. And TeamSport rather handily have their own app which has a driver display. So all you have to do is mount your phone on the Kart Buddy, select your kart, and this person I've just selected randomly, Gary, isn't actually on track yet, but it will display on here live, and it's a really, really good system. So hopefully TeamSport will let me use it because it's absolutely perfect for their circuit. So we're going to find out shortly. Okay, so we've not been allowed to use the Mokadamo Kart Buddy, but we are going to speak to the TeamSport head office guys and see if we can get it approved so I don't run into any issues in the future, because as you can tell, this is the kind of place where it'd be perfect to have a Kart Buddy, because I'm not going to have a clue what my lap times are until afterwards. So anyway, we're not allowed it today. We're going to go as fast as we possibly can at TeamSport Farnborough. I'm going to learn the track, you're going to hear me learning the track, see if we can figure it out. We're going to do 3 sessions. You're about to see how it goes. I've taken part in a lot of public sessions at countless tracks over many, many years, and I'm pretty sure I've never been in a session quite like the one you're about to see. Alright then, here we are, TeamSport Farnborough. We've somehow found ourselves on the front of the grid here for this little practice session. That doesn't mean anything. I think I just signed in first. It's quite dark down here, quite a slippery looking surface. People have told me it's quite a slippery track, and we're about to find that out. Stone cold tyres, a bunch of guys who tell me they've never done it before, but we're about to find out. But it looks like a grippy upstairs wooden section, so let's see. Lap times were around about 50 seconds from what I could see upstairs, but that might have been a kid's session. Let's get the seat position right. We're going with a seat insert, and let's go for the standard middle to kind of front, and then we'll go from there. It's very, very easy to adjust this. Although it says only adjust when stationary, it is quite easy to do it when you're moving. Wow, it looks really slippery down here. Someone said ice rink in my Instagram comments. Right, we've got to figure out where the best place to boost is. In my experience so far in these TeamSport electric karts, it's wherever the longest straight is. Because you get to use it once, it's not like you can use it out of each of the corners, so you tend to get more of a benefit from just keeping it on once. Now, one thing I can already feel in the pits here is the throttle is quite responsive, and what I mean by that is it actually responds when I move my foot a small amount, and it's quite gradual. You can see me creeping forward just there. That's not something I've noticed before. Right now, guys, vote in the comments. How many yellow flags are we going to get in this session? Here are my competitors. How much do you trust them? Are they going to keep it facing the right way, or are we going to have some yellows? You decide. Let's see who gets it right. We've got 15 minutes to see how quickly we can learn the track with no idea what lap times we're doing, figure out where the boost is best used, and see if we can get somewhere on today's leaderboard. Right, I'm not going to count this first yellow flag because this is just standard TeamSport procedure here. And the same goes for the first red flag. So I think we have to go slow because we've got some yellows to begin with. It's doing like a flag test. So let's just take a little look at the track. Yeah, it is very slippery, but I like that. That's cool. So I'm just taking it easy because we've got yellows. We'll pick up some speed soon, but yeah, so good so far. Nice, and I like that it's progressive throttle on the slippery parts. Right, now we're up onto the wooden section. This is where we're going to get some tyre temperature. This is a good layout so far. I hope the light level's high enough that you can see this. So I'm just cruising around gently under the yellows. Okay, bit of elevation change. And we've got a red flag. Okay, this is standard TeamSport brake test that they do at the start. So we'll probably go back to yellows and back to green, or do we go straight green? So don't worry, nothing's happened. This is just a standard TeamSport thing, but in a moment we'll get going. Yellow again, and then we'll get a green shortly. Green, off we go. Right, so our first laps at speed. Let's see if we can figure out this track. So we're obviously going to go back down the hill soon, and I've gone way too wide there. Let's see what it's like down here. I'm sure other people finding this pretty slippery, so let's see what... Oh, it is very, very slippery. And we've got another red flag. We've got another red flag. We didn't actually talk about red flags, did we? Anyway, we've had 2 reds so far. 1 real one, and 1 that was just part of the test. Okay, so this downstairs section is really slippery. Oh, and we've got another yellow. Okay, so that's at least 2 yellows so far, so we're just going to cruise gently again. Welcome to a public session at TeamSport. So we're just cruising on. At least we're preserving our battery. Has it gone green yet? No, still yellow. Still yellow. And we're green. Right. Let's go again. Let's try this again. So this is the first time we're coming in at any kind of speed into this downhill section. And we've actually got some grip through there. Okay. Yeah. We might have to move the seat backwards to try and take advantage of a bit of weight over the rear tyres. And actually you can see there's a lot more grip as they tight through there. We've got another yellow flag. We've got another yellow flag here at the bottom of the bridge. Someone backwards, so whoever voted 3, it might be you, but I wouldn't bank on it. I think we're going to get quite a few more than that as the time goes on. But we are really preserving battery here with all these yellows. And it's green again. Right, off we go. So let's go past this chap and let's see if we can get any flying laps done. We haven't got any just yet. Man, it's so slippery. It's cool though. We're going to have to try. Oh, we've got another yellow. So, I mean, I'm losing count at this stage, so someone else can keep track. Maybe I'll edit it so we have a yellow flag count. It's the first time I've experienced it being quite this slippery on an indoor track in quite a while. So this is interesting, and obviously it's going to stay slippery whilst the tyres are cold. So far, 0 flying laps. Just waiting for a green flag. And it's green. Off we go. So there's a little handy tip for anyone who's not experienced. Look ahead at the next marshal post. Make sure you can always see a flag so you don't miss when it goes green. Okay, I need to stay tighter down there. Okay, we're coming into here at slightly higher speed. It is slippery down here. I can understand why someone would spin, and it's another yellow flag. So yellow flag count update. So we'll cruise around gently again. Are we going to get any clean laps here? Is it going to be an entire session of yellows? The guys are struggling so far, aren't they? They are struggling to keep it facing forwards. It is slippery down there, to be fair, and it comes after the fastest part of the track. So if we had our Macadamo kart buddy on, we'd know what our lap times were. So I'm just looking round to try and see the next green. Still yellow. Still yellow. Green. Off we go. Right, you can see there's a grippier section tight to the inside. It's like the part that's been worn out more, so we need to try and stay on the... Oh, we've got another yellow. Oh my God, I've never seen so many yellow flags in a single session. We're already well over how many I thought we'd get. Is it the same driver or is it a different driver each time? We haven't even come close to having a full lap yet, so we'll keep trying. Maybe by the end of the 15 minutes, the guys will have figured it out. Is it green again? It's green again. Off we go. Now this is going to be a little bit like driving in the wet, and what I mean by that is finding where the grippier sections are is going to be much more important than necessarily judging the best entry speed. It's more about trying to find the grippy parts of the surface itself. So the more matte coloured wooden section, so around the next double right-hander for example, and here you can see it's got different colour on the inside, so you stay tight and you've got more grip. We were a little bit stuck that time. Let's see, we've got the inside of this chap, there we go, we've got another spinner. Oh, and it's a yellow flag again, so another yellow. So we still haven't done a complete, oh, and it's green. Still haven't done a complete lap yet. We'll try and get a complete lap soon. Right, let's go up the inside of this chap here. Oh, and it's yellow again. Another yellow. I honestly have never seen so many yellows in my life. That time number 37's the culprit. Viewers, if you guessed a high number of yellows, you're looking good here for the prize. And it's green. Here we go. So 0 tyre temperature. We've not had remotely enough time to get any tyre temperature yet. Now, would it be better to go in slower and stay tight? We don't really know. We have to try and figure that one out. I think tight and slow is maybe the better option. option here. You can really modulate the throttle in these cars. So let's try not to slide. Let's go tight and slow and drive. We got another yellow. Come on, guys. You've driven some lap on. It's green again. We went yellow to green straight away that time. Okay, this chap's staying very, very tight. Oh, okay, very, very tight. Let's see if we can get him now. Here we go. Oh, we got a red flag. We got a red flag. Wow, this is a very broken up session. So far, 0 laps. We have done 0 timed laps. So obviously, eating into the session itself, we are not going to get any warm tyre laps because we've just run out of time to get any tyre temperature. And we're away again, looking for a green. Still yellow, and it's green. Off we go. Right, back down to the slippery section. Okay, this chap is taking up quite a lot of the track. Let's see if we can get down the inside here. Oh, no, we've been closed off, and it's yellow again. Anyway, how long was that? 5 seconds we got before it went yellow again? We can keep going. It's yellow, Dick. That's it. Keep going. This is actually quite funny. This is the least amount of laps I've ever managed under green. This is because this is actually quite a tricky surface. It is very, very slippery. It really is like an ice rink downstairs. And then you've got these different, here we go, you've got these different surfaces upstairs where it's a lot grippier. Right, okay, let's go. Figuring out the best compromise is going to be absolutely key. Another yellow flag. It's yellow again. Again. And this time it's number 30 who's the culprit. It's just people losing control under acceleration, I think, on this slippery surface. We nearly got a lap that time. We got about 2/3 of a lap that time. Still yellow. Still yellow. And it's green. It's still green. We've been green for about half a lap now. We've got a spinner. Is it going to go yellow or we're going to stay green? He's facing the right way. I might get 1 lap. Oh, it's gone yellow. No, we didn't get a lap. Oh, it's red. It's red. Oh my goodness. We got 2/3 of a lap. We got 2/3 of a lap. I had literally no idea it was going to be quite this bad. I'm hoping the next session is going to be a little bit more free flowing. Away we go. Yellow again! How is it yellow again? How is it yellow again? Look at these dudes going the wrong way. This, guys, just for the record, this is not a super tight track. There's quite a lot of width here. You've got room to get it wrong and just carry on, you know, go a bit wide, but we're having quite a lot of actual spins. Here we go, let's let this guy get pushed out of the wall. Number 24. What's going on? Right, let's go again. So none of the lap times mean anything yet. We have not had a lap. We haven't had 1 single lap. Green again, off we go. Okay, let's go around the outside of number 24 if we can. There we go. Well, that was really around the outside, wasn't it? Off we go then. Setting off after number 30 now. This is a kart that was involved in that last yellow flag, so I don't have high hopes for this. Is he going to make it through here? Oh yeah, he braked, fair play. He actually did the corner really well. Good job, number 30. It's still green. It's still green, okay. See if we can sneak up his inside down here. Thank you, number 30. Round we go. My goodness, it's slippery. Yeah, so definitely trying not to slide is going to be the best way here. Trying to just really keep it neat and tidy. So we've just done, I think we just did the first full lap under green, but we were going round the outside of someone through 3 corners. But we have done a complete green lap. That's the first one of the entire session. What are we, 10 minutes or so in? That was a complete green lap, but it wasn't start line to start line, so the lap time still is meaningless. It was just green from over there somewhere. So we definitely haven't done a complete green lap from the start line to the start line. So lap count still 0.
When the marshal jumps back over to the start line here and starts waving a flag, I just assume it's green because I'm not looking at it at all. I've got no idea that we just had a checkered flag, so I'm just going to keep pushing on this in lap until I see the checkered flag at the pit entry.
Right, okay, I think it's slightly more grippy, really tight to the inside here, and you just have to modulate the throttle. Oh, it's yellow again! It's yellow so frequently that you haven't even got to the next marshal post or the next flag before it's yellow again. We need to play some funny music on the edit. What's that? Is that checkered? Oh, right. Is that literally a checkered? We did no laps! We didn't even do 1 lap! That's amazing. Okay, it's checkered. We're in. And thus ends the most disjointed yellow flag ridden session I've ever done. And I've been doing this for
2 or 3 years.
That is incredible. So fortunately, I'm actually going straight back out, and this time with a different group. It might be a smaller group, so now this time you should see maybe at least 1 flying lap. If you only get 5 or 6 flyers, it's a bit bad, but that was particularly bad. Right, anyway, it's a slippery track though, it's a hard track.
I was only on track with 4 other people in the second and third sessions, and this time all of them did a really good job at keeping the kart facing the right way. Right,
second session. A lot fewer people, and it's green. It's about to go red though, because it's TeamSport. And it's yellow, straight away it's yellow. Brakes are nowhere near as responsive on this one. Brakes are quite spongy. We don't need them very much. Right, this is the start line apparently. Yeah, so we've got much less front end, and we've got much worse brakes, but kart still feels alright. Yeah, the power's back now. So maybe it's just a first lap limited thing. Yeah, that's much different. That's totally different to the out lap. Okay, we're already getting more driving than before, and it's still not yellow. This is more like it, isn't it? We're boosting in the middle of this corner. That's where the marshal told me the best place was. We're going to get some tyre temperature potentially here. Obviously massive understeer through there, so you have to slow down really early for that at the bottom of the bridge. I think there might have been a lap. I think we might have had our first flyer, which is a big improvement over the last session. We've got someone stuck just here. We're going to go round them. Oh, okay, I did not expect them to go quite that wide. So we still haven't had a clean flying lap, but you know, we've had a lap. Off we go again. There's the boost. Okay, we're going to slow down earlier this time here, then we can get on the power earlier about now. Straighten it up on the exit, away we go. Let's see if we can get through this lap without having to overtake anyone in an awkward position. Okay, inside. Okay, we've definitely lost a few tenths there, but better than last lap having to go around that other person. Okay. This is more like it. Boosting again. Managed to keep it tighter that time. I think the vast majority of the time gain or loss is in these slippery downstairs sections, and I imagine if we get a bit more tyre temperature, it will make a massive difference to these slippery areas. And just knowing whether or not you want to slide, or whether you want to keep it super tidy and drive straight off the corners, that's really what we're trying to figure out. So I'm trying to do the straight version at the moment, take the shortest distances possible, really minimise the distance that we're travelling. We're going to be able to get the inside of this driver here. Yep, didn't really affect us. So short distance here, a little bit of understeer there. I'm lifting into this one to try and take the shortest possible line. Indoor karting is a lot more about distance than outdoor karting. You really want to travel as little as you possibly can. We've got a slow kart here. See if we can get through, just about. Another one here, and they're going to be just in our way on the turn-in. That wasn't ideal, went in too fast into that one. Because we've got lots of torque compared to a slower style Honda engine, we can punch off the corners a bit more easily, and that allows you to take shorter distances without so much penalty. Yeah, once you get sideways, you've got that momentum carrying you even more sideways, so we want to try not to do that. We want to try and brake in a straight line, keep the kart neat and tidy. Regular viewers of the channel will know I'm not very experienced in these electric karts, so this is really part of my learning process, getting used to what the best thing to do in them is. These guys are doing a great job at not causing yellow flags now. I think they're just taking it a bit easier than the last group. Okay, you get quite a lot of kind of regen style braking without having to actually brake, so I'm going to try and rely on that a bit more in the next couple of laps. Right, here we go, see if we get a clean one. Starting to get a bit more tyre temperature, so I can get on the power earlier now through that double right. Definitely smoother is better. Definitely. You can really modulate the throttle, so that's a nice thing I found in these electric karts here at Farnborough. You can really adjust how much throttle you're giving it. It's not on or off, it's not a switch. It really is. Well, it does have the ability to be modulated, which is nice. No idea what my lap times are if we're going any quicker each lap. I'm about to get absolutely balked on this one, which was quite a good lap until that point. That's a shame, that was actually going to be quite a good one. I think we need to get the rear moving a little bit more on the braking into there. So, haven't done a lap I'm super happy with just yet. That little understeer as we go over the elevation change I need to try and mitigate. It's actually quite grippy under braking into there, so maybe we can exploit that a bit more. I'm not really giving it, I'm not really utilising that grippy braking area to the best of my ability. It'd be great if we get another couple of clear laps. Really getting used to the track now. I really like the track actually. Yeah, you don't want to be on the brakes very long at all either. Okay, see if we can get another few clear ones. But we've actually had a really decent session here. Now I just need to try and fine tune it and get better and better. I really like that you have to use some throttle control. It's quite nice. I think you're better if you don't go for that apex. I think you're better if you just accept you can't hit that apex and carry a bit more speed. I'm going to try that if we get another lap. Definitely feel the tyres warming up now, getting faster and faster. Okay, that was a lap I was reasonably happy with. So let's just ignore the apex, just run wide and carry more speed. I think there's some time in that. I bet so few people make that apex that the line which doesn't involve the apex is actually grippier. Sorry. And we haven't had any of the throttle cutting that we had up at Warrington, so that's nice. Actually really enjoying these karts. I think these karts on this kind of surface just work so much better, and it's yellow, so I think that's a checkered. Oh no, it's not necessarily a checkered flag. They've done brilliantly, this group of drivers. They've really kept it together. Whoever said in my Instagram comments that this wasn't a good TeamSport track, you're talking nonsense. This is a great TeamSport track. I like this. Definitely one of the best TeamSport tracks I've driven. Definitely. It's wide for a start. Look how wide it is. Lovely variation in corners. Massive variation in surface type. What a yellow just hit for this person. Yeah, massive variation in the types of surface. You've got karts which seem to suit the track, karts which actually let you modulate the throttle, you know, like here, like I can choose to slide or not slide based on where my foot's positioned. It's good, I like it, nothing but positive so far. All the staff I've spoken to have been great as well. Good experience here so far at Farnborough. Still yellow, it might be the end now, this has felt like quite a long session. So I've obviously by no means mastered the track, but it feels reasonable. I think the biggest time gain from here would come from just doing more laps and getting more temperature. Yeah, that's the checker, so in we go. Good session. Right, I think now I get a short break. Okay, I haven't actually had time to do a little debrief between these sessions, so you've seen, that was a good session. I enjoyed that. Fun karts, fun track layout. This is the last one. Let's go and do another 15 minutes. Hopefully the camera battery holds on, and I'll see you guys at the end.
you're watching this right now, you've already seen me drive for around half an hour, so we're not going to show you the whole session. Here are my 2 fastest laps from session 3, and then we're going to wrap up at the end with some final thoughts. If you've got this far, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. We've got loads more karting content coming over the rest of this year and into 2026, so stay tuned and thanks for watching so far.
We've got a more positive front end on this one, slightly. Feels pretty nippy as well. Okay, I'm going to see if we can go any quicker with this one. Yeah, we've actually got front end into there now, so that's significantly quicker into that corner than it was on the last run. Yeah, enjoying this. This is good. Laps are feeling good. That flat out corner now is much better. It was not remotely flat out before. Tyres starting to get warmer. I'm deliberately missing the apex there just to carry a bit more speed. Lifting at the top of the bridge, trying to stay accurate, not going too wide. Shortest possible lines whilst carrying speed. So here, for example, we're getting tighter. Now the grip's coming up here as well. Boost button in the middle of the S's. Look, we're actually flat on the entry to there now. We weren't remotely flat last time. So either this car's just a lot slower or it's got much better front end. Doesn't feel slower. I might be wrong. We'd know if we had a lap timer on.
Okay, so there we go, TeamSport Farnborough. What did you think? If you liked it, let us know in the comments below. Give the video a like. And if you really liked it, maybe give us a little subscribe if you haven't already. We've got more electric karts coming up soon with the TeamSport regional finals, if I get through to them. So wish me luck for those. Thanks to Custom Racewear for this suit, which is actually half a kilogram lighter than my normal suit, which really helps when I'm trying to get down to the weight limit for these events. If you like any of the merch in this video, like the baseball cap, check out the Zenduro store in the description below. And if you want to sign up to the MORE KERB newsletter, which tells you about all of the affordable and accessible rental and owner karting events happening in the UK and worldwide, click on the link in the description below for that too. Until next time, love you, bye.